In 2008, self-defined Jewish liberals launched J Street, a supposedly pro-Israel lobby, to counter AIPAC, which was perceived by them as right-wing organization. Is J Street really a pro-Israel lobby? Is J Street really for a two-state solution? Who is really funding J Street? Is J Street really against BDS? Has J Street ever said anything positive about Israel? And does J Street believe Israel should exist? In January 2011, and again in April 2015, J Street lobbyists urged President Obama to remove American veto protection for Israel in the UN Security Council.
The decision to endorse the Palestinian and Arab effort to condemn Israel in the UN Security Council is not the choice of a concerned friend trying to help.
J Street opposed a congressional letter in support of Israel signed by 3/4 of U.S. Congress following the Gaza flotilla incident. J Street opposed another congressional letter bashing Palestinian incitement following the Fogel family murder. Summer of 2014. The war in Gaza is raging. On August 1st, the House overwhelmingly passed an emergency appropriation for the Iron Dome, a defensive system that in those very days was saving lives and preventing more retaliation and disaster. 3 of the 8 nay voters were J Street-endorsed lawmakers. Similarly, when Congress passed the U.S.-Israel Enhanced Security Cooperation Act, 411-2, one of the 2 no's was J Street-endorsed congressman. J Street claims that they are for a two-state solution, a Jewish state and a Palestinian state. But aren't they promoting a one-state solution where Jews will be a protected minority?
If we think about Zionism as an attempt to create a homeland for the Jewish people, rather than a Jewish state, then I think we can begin to imagine a Jewish homeland the homeland for the Jewish people in which we are a minority. Israel must become exactly what it is not today. It must become a true democracy in all respects.
Washington, D.C., March 2015. It's J Street's 5th national conference. Hillel President Eric Fingerhut withdrew his participation as a speaker.
After reviewing the full list of speakers, I now realize that any benefit would be overshadowed by concerns regarding other speakers who have made highly inflammatory statements against the Jewish state.
Israel is practicing the worst form of state terrorism. Israel is the last colonial system in modern history. Israel is the last apartheid system in modern history. The solution will not happen unless we change the balance of power. And you are, and you can, be part of that process of changing the balance of power.
Erekat. Israeli terrorism, same as Islamic State. Palestinian Authority negotiator Erekat compares Netanyahu to ISIS leader. Hillel International accepted J Street as a partner organization. Does J Street accept and respect Hillel International as a partner organization? During the 2015 conference, J Street instructed all of their J Street U students to rally and demonstrate against Hillel, supposedly a partner organization. J Street was supposedly founded by liberal Jews, but who is really funding J Street?
I don't understand why this organization calls itself pro-Israel. So I went looking at whatever public documents there were, and there was $250,000 from Mr. Soros.
Soros gave $5.6 million to aid universities to boycott Israel.
It turns out that George Soros was the main donor behind the organization. Jeremy Ben-Ami lied about that for several years.
When you hide who you are on purpose and don't tell people what you're doing and they have to piece it together themselves, it's very confusing and it's very disconcerting.
J Street's list of donors include Consolacion Edeschool, a mysterious Filipino living in Hong Kong who had contributed half of J Street's budget for the years 2008-2009. The mysterious Edeschool is most likely a straw man for Bill Benter, a prominent non-Jewish J Street supporter from Pittsburgh. Donors on J Street's finance committee include Genevieve Lynch, a former board member of the National Iranian-American Council, the official lobby for Iran in the United States, and Lebanese-American businessman Richard Abdu, a former board member of the Arab American Institute, a strong proponent of BDS in the United States. J Street claim they're against BDS. Are they really against BDS?
We invited to our conference a BDS activist to defend the BDS movement. I'm very proud that she was at our conference.
BDS is an opportunity for all of us personally to act on our values, The Palestinian BDS movement is part and parcel of this Arab Spring sweeping the region and deserves the same kind of respect and support.
J Street claims they're pro-Israel, but do they really recognize Israel in any territorial borders? J Street U collaborates with Soldiers Breaking the Silence, an organization that repeatedly defames Israel in the international arena. Both organizations believe that the occupied territory are all of Israel. J Street says that they are pro-Israel. Have they ever said anything positive about Israel?
In this context, where we are being slandered and dehumanized to the point where violence is occurring, the thing to do is not to shout how, look, I can be critical of Israel too.
What you read is almost always condemnation.
The most risk-free thing in the world, the easiest way to get an audience and to be praised is to criticize Israel.
How can you be a pro-Israel organization and never express any pro-Israel views?
Does J Street really believe that Israel should exist without the blessings of the radical Muslims in the Middle East? Not according to their founder.
If we're all wrong and a collective Jewish presence in the Middle East can only survive by the sword, then Israel really ain't a very good idea.
America does need a smart, credible, politically active organization that is as aggressively pro-peace as it is pro-Israel. Unfortunately, J Street just ain't it.